You've probably heard of ChatGPT by now, especially if you're a trader. You've probably seen some videos on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram of traders creating their own strategies with ChatGPT, or maybe they're creating their own indicators, their own expert advisors. Let's dive deep into that and see if we can build one on video. Shout out to the sponsor SageFX. Get up to $200,000 in funding if you're a Forex trader. Link is down below. Okay, so what is ChatGPT? Well, ChatGPT is kind of like Google, but on steroids. Let me show you an example. Instead of just telling it to you, let me show you. Let's go ahead and start by going to Google. I'm going to ask Google to provide me with source code for a pin bar indicator. There we go. And let's see what happens. As you can see, all Google is doing is referencing all of the websites and articles that are posted on the internet. Google is just an aggregator. Now, let me hop over to ChatGPT and show you how this is way different than Google. Okay, so here we are on ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask it a question, and let's start with the same thing. So you know what? Let's go back to Google and let me just copy and paste this exact question that I asked. And let's do this. Let's just paste that same question. Give me source code for a pin bar candlestick pattern. I can provide you with an example of Python code for detecting the pin bar candlestick pattern on a financial chart. However, it is important, blah, blah, blah. It's just giving you a disclaimer. You know, OpenAI decided to add a disclaimer to everything, basically saying it's not a financial advisor, which is pretty funny. So as you can see, as I'm talking right now, it is providing me with source code to a pin bar, something that I would have to dig through GitHub files and maybe sign up for some kind of service to use. This is just straight up giving me Python code for a pin bar. Now, I will say I have spoken with many different types of coders and developers, and they all tell me the same thing, that this gives you the work about 70 to 80% complete, and there ends up being quite a few bugs. There ends up being quite a few mistakes, and they all tell me if you don't know how to code, it's going to be near impossible for you. When I say you, I mean people like you and I who know nothing about coding. It's going to be impossible for us to do this by ourselves. We are still going to need help from a developer, from a coder. You could be a beginner. As long as you understand how to code, even at a basic level, you should be able to fix the bugs and issues that the code from ChatGPT provides you with. Now, that is why I want to give a big shout out to these two YouTubers here. That's why I have these tabs open. This one, his name is CrackingCrypto. I watched his 26-minute video. He did a really great job going in depth about how he built an indicator as an example, and he showed you how it made a lot of mistakes and he had to fix those mistakes. Now, he understands how to use PineScript, which is the coding language Tradingview developed for. I think PineScript is similar to Python, if I'm not mistaken. So if you understand Python, then you'll be able to understand PineScript. It has its own little syntax and things here and there. But shout out to him. I definitely recommend, if you want to learn more about fixing the bugs and the issues, check out his video. It's possible he might upload a tutorial later on and about other things. Here's his other channel. He showed us exactly how he built an indicator on TradingView with a 20,000% return. Now, of course, that is all based on the risk management you are using, the asset you're trading on, and whatnot. But in this video, he showed you that he created the indicator from scratch while fixing the bugs that ChatGPT included in the source code. So I will say that is one of the benefits of using a service like this. It democratizes the world of coding. It makes it so anybody can get their foot in the door, but you're still going to have to hire someone. If you don't know how to code, you're still going to have to hire somebody to finish the job. Okay, that's enough of me rambling. Let me go ahead and just show you how this works. Let's build a Tradingview indicator, or let's attempt to build a Tradingview indicator from scratch. So let's come up with an idea, and you know what? Let's go back to the pin bar idea. Okay, so right now it is currently building the indicator for me, but what I noticed, even though I don't know how to code PineScript at all, I do know from my a few years of experience now, is that there's two types of files. There's a study and an indicator. A study is basically a strategy, which means you can only use it for back testing purposes. But the indicator is for plotting stuff on the chart. It's really interesting how ChatGPT gives you full context of what it built based on what you just asked it. So if you ask it something, it just so happens to know the nuances of whatever you're asking. So if you're asking about ponies, it's going to know everything about ponies. It's probably going to know why you're asking it, and it gives you context to the answer that it gave you. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this code. Let's go to TradingView. And what I'm going to do is I am going to paste this right here. Let's just get rid of this right here. Let's paste it. Study, and let's click on Add to Chart. Guarantee you there's going to be an issue, just like that. So there was one issue, could not find function or function reference study, which is weird. So you know what? Let's click on Open Strategy. We're not going to save that. There we go. And let's just go ahead and replace it. Now let's see what happens. We're going to click add to chart. Same thing, could not find function or function reference study, which doesn't really make sense. So let's change this to indicator and let's see what happens. Add to chart. Could not find function or function reference min. Okay, min, I guess this is it. I think it meant to say minimum. That's my guess. So this is what I'm talking about. If you don't know anything about PineScript, this is going to be a bit troubling for you, but you can get as detailed as you want with ChatGPT, build it to the best of your ability, and then just send it over to a developer and they will fix all these issues. And there's a good chance they'll be able to fix it relatively quick because you have the entire indicator strategy built. Hey, Editor Justin here. I forgot to tell you, if you want to try to fix it on your own, you can do that. All you have to do is copy the error messages that it gives you, paste it into the prompt in ChatGPT, and it'll try its best to fix the code. Most of the time, it just gives you the exact same code again. So I recommend you try to fix it to the best of your ability. And if it still doesn't work every time you apply it to the chart, then you send that code over to a developer and then they'll go ahead and fix it for you. That's it. I think that is really simple. And I think this is something that everyone should be able to try because it's free. It's 100% free. The website is chat.openai.com. Just check it out. And I think you're really going to like it. So now I'm going to just sit here all day and try to build a lot of cool stuff. And we'll see how far I can push this to its limit. So that's it. And I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.